never allow anyone to get better, and you're going to sit in your high chair and pretend like you get to decide who serves on your bench. You don't. You don't. And if you're going to insist that only the people that you say can get nominated, I am very convinced that the entire Senate will just fail every single one of those people. And your cries of not enough judges will fall on deaf ass ears. So get that through your head, that it's not up to you guys who sits on the court. Obviously, do you think that when I was governor, I let Fed decide who the judges were? Of course, I asked his opinion on who it was going to be. But if you comb through our DMs, you will never find where I asked for his approval. Not one time. Now, the manipulated Vince Fant and other governors that you may have lorded yourself over sure might have required the approval of the Chief Justice or you in the appointment of judges, but any such requests for approval and demands of approval by the judiciary are wildly unconstitutional. Wildly.
Sorry.
Wildly. Your days as a ghost writer and a ghost owner of the government are done. And if I have to fight that with Dave, I will. You know I'll win.
That was aura.
Crazy. Arthur Chen,
No,
are you
you're
going to
not
let him
gonna-
talk to you like that?
Actually, you have absolutely no reason to speak on the floor of the Senate. I'll talk with you later. Thank you. Get out of here. Get off the floor. Get off the floor.
Damn.
Get off the floor. Get off the floor. I am hereby declaring that bullshit. Sorry, Arthur, but you don't run the government anymore. Those days are over. I know this is a burst of your bubble, and this is going to hurt a lot for you to think about that, but you don't own the government anymore. I'm sorry. It's over. There's going to be 3 branches of government now, and they're each going to reserve their own powers, and you're not going to be Lord Emperor anymore. Okay? I don't care. The governor is going to be allowed by the staff of this group to nominate whoever he so chooses. If you want to argue against his nominations or advise him against it, or not vote for the governor next time, or not vote for the Senate next time they make a bad decision, if you want to argue for impeachment of a judge that's doing a bad job, in the meantime, get off my floor! Order, order, the Senate will come to order. Get off my floor! Anyway.
Gonna get quorum?
We got BR, we got United, we got Walter.
Guys, I'm happy to announce that I did my job.
I'm really proud of you, Walter.
Thanks.
You made a schedule? Or you made an agenda?
I did. I did.
Did you post it?
I'm working on it.
Well,
Fuck.
We're already sitting.
No, we're not.
No.
Don't tell that to Arthur. Jeez. You say that immediately, and look who drops down.
I'm gonna go ahead and vacate the appointment of the sergeant at arms. Let's go ahead and find somebody else that can cuff him and pull him off the chamber floor. No. Actually, you know what, Arthur? The last time I checked, it was the authority of the president of the Senate to appoint the sergeant at arms. Or are you taking that one too?
Gagged. Literally
I don't
gagged.
give a fuck. Get off my floor.
Okay, guys.
I almost spit out my
I posted the agenda.
Oh, look at this. It's all formatted nicely.
Thanks.
Look at you even have the constituencies correct.
I know.
The order paper. Oh my God, there's an order paper. I wasn't going to say that particular term because I know that's a very parliamentary thing. I was going to say agenda.
I was gonna split it up. Yeah, well, I was gonna split it up. I was gonna split it up between like business and then like executive and legislative business. But I figured that doesn't help us much because what we really need is an order to go in.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, Walter. Like I can now say, order. The question is as on the order paper.
Yeah. And I'm actually hoping that
a quorum is not present. By the way, the Secretary of State. Oh, he is on here. Excellent. He's item number 3.
I spoke with him. Yeah.
Wow.
Have you guys seen my resolution I submitted?
Did you do an amendment to your bill?
Yeah, oh, I did that. I withdrew it and resubmitted it as a new bill.
Oh.
Because
I changed on the agenda.
I changed a lot on it, so I didn't think amending it would be
okay.
Too easy. And then
So it's not the first reading. It's okay. We'll see.
No, it's now Senate Bill 4 instead of 3.
Well, it's not.
Well, it's gonna be when Ghost.
Okay,
does
this is what I would say in response to your motion to amend the rules. Sometimes we don't know when people are available.
Well,
like that's the reason why I don't publish the schedules.
You'd
like we don't really know.
Like poll it like Walter did in the group chat.
It doesn't matter. Polls get taken all the time, and then something in real life comes up, and I can't host it. That's gonna happen all the time. You know that, right? Especially in the summer. It's gonna happen constantly in the summer where I'll go out with friends instead of hosting a session. I have rules about my life.
What do you mean?
When it comes to that kind of stuff.
You're gonna go out with your friends instead of hosting the
simply
session?
The reason I don't enforce that to such a strong degree is because you guys are gonna have to be ready for the fact that, especially in July, when it's like the middle of summer and the evenings are gonna be, I planned on hosting a session, but I could go out and just not do it because that's how I stay sane. You know that, right?
I think we need to impeach this guy. He prioritizes his real life over Roblox. That's not appropriate.
I do this when I have nothing else to do.
That's not appropriate. We're gonna have to impeach him. Right, you're next in line after Arthur Chen. Okay. We'll get to you on day 100 of the turn.
Unless someone else comes up before
also,
you.
it's not reasonable to expect that every session is given with 48 hours notice. That's not reasonable to expect. I'm sorry, man. Like
it sounded good in the head.
Like, if you do say that, it's probably not going to be followed because I just can't do that. Like, what are you going to say when we have a quorum but we can't meet because it's not been 2 days since I gave you notice that we're going to meet? What are you going to say?
Don't worry. Simply, we're gonna set standard sitting times, me and Large, and
this is the leader's job. Like, the leader is supposed to. The leader is supposed to do what it says in your bill, not me.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Well, it's both of us technically.
Right, but you're supposed to schedule business and then we have a session to discuss it.
I know. I'm working on it.
Okay. Like I'm just saying, like a lot of what it says in this simply is covered by other resolutions. So that's all I would say.
Where is United GPT?
He was in game.
He is in the game.
In fact, he's on this.
He's just killing. Arthur Chen is standing above you menacingly. Large, what do you have to say about that?
He's not on the floor. I don't care. He needs to stay off my floor.
Can we hold him in contempt? I hope so.
It's not up to me to decide that.
He's currently shaking ass. Who approved this?
Poseidon is here.
What? Guys, we have so many people here.
This is like at least...
My articles of impeachment are not ready, guys. We can't vote on this today. I'm not done.
They're not on the order paper either. It doesn't. We can't consider. Well, we can. We can consider items not on the order paper, but we have to motion for that. Okay. Well, since we have quorum, which by the way, we kind of already came to order, kind of. We came to order so that I could admonish Arthur Chen for trying to usurp the powers of the executive and the legislature.
Wow.
At the same
time. That's a twofer.
Time.
Oh, that's what we call two.
That's what we call twofold. That's what we call twofold.
In Canada, we call that a twofer. A 2-for-1.
That is what I would call twofold. Order. The Senate will come to order. The secretary is here. The secretary will now proceed to call the roll.
Everyone except United is here. Can we view United and see where he's at?
Order. The honorable gentleman will shush while the secretary is calling the roll.
Okay. Can we view him then?
One moment. All right. Senator Nott's feelings.
Here.
Senator Poseidon 17. Present. Senator BR 1,452,232.
I'm here.
Oh no, not again.
Oh God. Senator Redentix. Not present. Senator Aspen Fun. Not present. Senator United GPT.
In the break room.
Senator United GPT.
Definitely not present.
Not present. And then Senator Simply BTZ.
Present.
Mr. President, in the opinion of the Secretary, a quorum is present. A 2/3 majority is not present.
Order. A quorum is present. The Secretary will not proceed to read any Actually, the order paper says that there aren't any. If the order paper says that there are no communications, can I skip it? Is that something I can do?
I think so.
Unless the Secretary... So, presumably the honorable gentleman, the leader of the Senate, would consult with the Secretary because the Secretary is responsible for reading those, right?
Preferably he would read... Well, preferably he would read what is on the order paper.
Well, presumably people
not the other way around.
Presumably people do know that the Secretary reads communications, so they may have directed some to him, separately from the leader.
Presumably the Secretary will
in the future,
direct those
the
to
two of you should communicate. Does that make sense? That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heard.
All right. Very well. Thank you. Order. As we've moved now to the approval of the journal. It says the Secretary shall now seek the approval of the journal, but that's very awkward, and the Secretary has agreed with that. The Secretary did post the journal of the previous session in Senate votes. It simply contained matters of debate. We did not approve anything. I ask unanimous consent now for the approval of the journal. Without objection. Order. We come now to the reports of committees. Mr. Nott's feelings.
It's not a report of the committee. I move
You're standing up.
That
that's out of order at this time. We haven't finished the...
Okay, well, I stood up. I stood up before you started yapping.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
And even if you did, it wouldn't matter. Your order. The honorable gentleman will resume a seat. Motion is out of order. Thank you. We come now to the reports of committees. The Judiciary Chair and the Government Affairs Chair are both here. If either one of you wish to rise, you may do so at this time. Not seeing any. Order. We come now to the morning hour debates. 15 minutes. or something else. It doesn't matter. The Leader of the Senate.
I move that Mr. Arthur Chen be held in contempt of the Senate and thus removed from the chamber by force if necessary.
Is there a second to that? Second is not heard. The motion fails. What next? Or we can move down the agenda. Mr. United.
Fellow senator. All right, am I muted? Hello, test. Oh, wait, okay. Hello, fellow senators. I look forward to our productive session tonight. Happy to see everybody here. Looking good up there, Mr. President. And I hope we are able to get through the session with no issues. Thank you.
(14 minutes and 42 seconds), or we can motion to the Leader of the Senate.
I move that Mr. Arthur Chen be held in contempt of the Senate for his unruly conduct.
Is there a second?
I second.
Order. The question is that Mr. Arthur Chen should be held in contempt of the Senate. The Secretary will call the roll on the question.
Senator Knott's feelings.
Aye.
Senator Poseidon. Aye. Senator BR, lots of numbers. Senator BR, lots of numbers.
He's AFK doing toilet.
BR, you gotta stop going AFK, man. Like, this is bad.
He can't hear you. He's AFK.
Mr. President, for the time being, he'll be marked as an abstain.
Right, thank you.
Mr. United.
Abstain.
Abstain. Mr. Simply.
Aye.
Mr. President, the vote comes out as 3 ayes, 0 nays, and 2 abstains.
The ayes are 3. The ayes, but does it pass with 2/3 is my question.
Negative.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll hear a point of order to explain that if the Leader of the Senate wishes to raise one, because I'm just the Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate carries out its business by the members which are present, unless it is explicitly stated that it is of the whole body, which it does not. 2/3 of the members present, in fact, 100% of the members present and voting who have approved it. I believe that it does pass. The abstains do not count, and they defer the decision to the the remainder of the body.
Using my own authority, I request an opinion of the parliamentarian just to cover our own butts. Madam Violet.
One moment, I'm reading the rules, deciding to find the language.
I think I know what my ruling is. I just wanted to hear just something briefly from you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to the members of this House. Pursuant to 9R Stat 2201, it states that only in the instance of when the Senate is in session shall the charge of contempt for Senate be in effect. That is it. It doesn't say anything in regards to if the language doesn't imply that it needs to be the whole body, in my opinion.
That wasn't really my question, but I do thank you. Order. I'm grateful to the leader of the Senate for his point of order. I think that I can respond to him with the reading that I'm about to make. Order. The ayes are 3, the nays are 0, and the abstains are 2. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Mr. Peep GPT, acting in the stead of the Sergeant at Arms, is directed to hold Mr. Arthur Chen in contempt. Order. We have 14 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in morning hour debates, or we can move on. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, I move that we proceed to order number 1 and into legislative business accordingly.
Is there a second?
I second.
Without objection. Order. The question is Bill 3, Milton University Establishment Act. Mr. Simply BTZ.
Could I make a point of order, Mr. President?
Point of order, yes. I will take that.
There's a little bit of a misunderstanding, I believe, with the docket, and Bill 3 was withdrawn and resubmitted, so I don't know how that works.
Thank you. I'm happy to, the leader of the Senate, actually. I'll let him respond to that.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am not responsible for maintaining the docket. It is, in fact, the Secretary's responsibility. I can only add things to the agenda which are placed upon the docket. However, I am happy to substitute Bill
3
for in place Bill 4 in place of Bill 3, assuming that they are the same, just changed.
I'm grateful to Mr. Simply as well as the leader of the Senate for their points of order. What I would say to Mr. Simply is that the leader is correct that he can only place upon the order paper items that have been docketed accordingly by either myself or the Secretary. However, I am aware of the error that was made and that the corrections that are being made. I wonder if it would be helpful to members if we took a 2-minute recess to fix that, or do we want to just proceed?
I'm back, by the way, Mr. President.
Thank you. How much food are you going to shove in your face? Actually, I'm sorry, that's out of order. How much food is the honorable gentleman going to shove into his face? I don't know where the food's
coming from. Well, I just got back from the shitter, so I don't know what food you're talking
about. Simply BTZ.
I would move that we hear a statement and then subsequent questions from the Secretary of State Roblox rules while we wait.
You're here.
Point of order.
Okay, way to ruin it.
It would.
Point of order.
No, hang on. It is indeed in order, the leader of the Senate. I would say to the honorable gentleman, it is in order for him to motion to skip something on the order paper. It just requires a vote of the Senate, which I will. We can look for seconds, but the rules do stipulate that the Senate can move to whatever item on the docket that they want to, and you know that. The honorable gentleman knows that. Point of order, the leader of the Senate. I'm going to regret this.
I don't believe it says that.
It is incumbent. Yes, it does.
I don't believe it does. I believe it says, Mr. President, I have the floor. Thank you, Mr. President. I believe what it says, if I recall correctly, is that matters which are not upon the agenda may be considered when 2 senators jointly move to bring that measure forth. After, I quote, upon the conclusion of the scheduled business to the satisfaction of the President.
Order, resume your seat. Order, resume your seat. Sit down now.
Whoa!
Can I say to the honorable gentleman? Can I say to the honorable gentleman that he should have some more courtesy towards his colleagues, especially considering that he has been leader of the Senate for 8 sessions and has never produced an agenda of any meaningful character or type that we've ever been bound to follow. So a motion from the honorable gentleman, Mr. Simply, to move to which is something that he has done on many occasions without a point of order ever being raised by the honorable gentleman, the leader of the Senate, is something that he should not jump all over the honorable gentleman for raising, and should instead seek to educate and inform, especially considering the fact that he has just now decided to execute his responsibilities when for the past however many weeks that the Senate has been in session, he has neglected to do so and has instead left it upon me to decide the order of business. So I would say to the honorable gentleman that I'm grateful for his point of order, but I wish that he would have a little bit more courtesy and character and respect towards his colleagues. If that is indeed what we wish to do, then as the House should proceed with my suggestion of going into a 2-minute recess to correct the agenda, as the honorable gentleman has just mentioned to me, is wrong. Does that make sense to the honorable gentleman? Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am not certain that such amount of chastising is necessary when my intention, Mr. President, is only that the members and yourself follow the rules of the chamber. Now, is the agenda wrong? Currently, yes. But it was not wrong when it was published, when the secretary had not yet updated the docket. I really don't think this is a problem with me. I'm happy to amend it. I'm happy to have us move along. But I don't think that I was being disrespectful in any way. Instead, Mr. President, I find you yelling at me to sit down. For what? For explaining what the rules say? For providing my response when asked by the president as to what the rules say in the point of order? I don't think this is reasonable.
The question is Bill 3, the Milton University Establishment Act. Leader of the Senate.
I move that the Senate stand in recess for 5 minutes.
There's a second.
I second.
Yeah, I second that. Okay, he can take it, whatever.
Order. The question is that the Senate shall take a recess for 5 minutes. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. We are now in recess for a period of 5 minutes. Order. Order.
How long does it take United to go pee? Does anyone know?
You were in the bathroom for like 7 minutes. What do you mean?
You do not understand the thing that like it was a whole process. Like, you gotta understand. Like I said, it was like Lumber Tycoon. You know, like it was a process. I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh my gosh, this chair. Oh my. Anyway. What was the whole argument about? I kind of lost consciousness midway, so someone could give me a TLDR.
Oh, he's back.
No, okay, that's what's up.
Long's recess.
Hey, Danny, can you give me some boxing gloves? Me and Simply want to box on the floor.
Hey, what about me?
Well, I mean, sure.
How long's the recess?
5 minutes.
3 minutes and 58 seconds.
Be right back.
This table can be our little boxing.
I mean, it would be more parliamentary, whatever the word is, to have a cane in honor of Charles Sumner.
I need boxing gloves. I need boxing gloves so I can stand up and say, "Do you have the fortitude or the gonads to come across here and say that to me, you son of a bitch?"
Where are
You need
boxing
the
gloves?
ability to angrily remove your glasses. That's what you need.
I don't wear glasses. Well, I do.
No, but
in real life, I wear glasses.
There needs to be like a...
I wear contacts. Should I angrily remove my contact lenses?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I agree. He did angrily remove his glasses.
And then you gotta throw open the button of your coat in like a very dramatic fashion.
I can't do that. I'm just gonna make sure I get the cadence down right.
Maybe Peep should be Sergeant at Arms.
I'm fine with that.
Is he?
Our current Sergeant at Arms is extremely inactive and has not attended a single session.
Peep, are you gonna show up to the sessions? Can you pinky promise?
Every time we have a session, he asks me if we're having a session, which is cool.
Oh, really?
My question is, can he detain officers? I feel like that has been important.
That's a good question.
To our business for some reason.
Well, considering the fact that we've only done 2 contempt motions this Senate, and they've both been on the same person. I think that that's a reasonable concern.
PPGPT, can you detain officers?
Here, come try it on him.
Like my supervisor. I'm not an MCP. I'm NCPD, but I'm not a supervisor. But I can't detain sheriffs, which is what Arthur Chen is.
We need a Sergeant at Arms team that can detain everyone.
What does this guy's sign say? Cops can only detain other cops if they are in the same department and they are also a supervisor. I see.
Yeah, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter really.
Okay, I think we should appoint Peep.
With great respect to Dank, he's never come to a single session.
He was here one time.
Yeah, but it not enough to matter to me at this point.
He did come to a single session. Just one.
I don't care.
I'm not saying it's important. I'm just saying we should get it right.
Using my own authority as the president of the Senate and pursuant to whatever rule gives me the power to do that, because there is a rule. Actually, you know what? Simply for the purposes of the honorable gentleman, the leader of the House, I'm going to have to cite it, aren't I?
No, I believe you. Also, I know that you have the power to do that. There is indeed a rule, as Poseidon said.
There's a rule you can do.
Although you should sign it on a paper. No offense.
Order.
But
pursuant to Rule 2, Section 4, I appoint Peep GPT as the President pro tempore of the Senate.
You have to fire the old one first.
Pursuant to Rule 4, pursuant to Rule... pursuant to Rule 2, Section 5, under the power given to me by Rule 2, Section 5, I dismiss Dank as the Sergeant at Arms of the Senate. Pursuant to Rule 2, Section 4, under the power given to me, I appoint Peep GPT as Sergeant at Arms of the Senate.
Can we give him an oath? Yeah, congratulations, Peep. Woot woot.
Good job.
Does he need an oath? I'm not sure.
Is the leader correcting the order paper?
Oh yeah, I've been ready this entire time. I can't lie.
Okay. Could the leader send me the order paper?
It's on the same link.
He's got to refresh.
But I can send you the link. There you go. I do need to move to amend that on the floor when we come back.
I don't really know how that works, to be honest with you.
Well, I just need the consent of the Senate because we're already sitting.
Very well. Order. The Senate will come back to order. The question is the leader of the Senate. No, I don't know.
I don't know, Mr. President.
I'm not really supposed to.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to do it or should I do it? Okay. I move that the order paper be amended as shown.
Is there a second?
Second.
Without objection. Kind of a hybrid. I know that's not exactly correct.
That's good enough.
Probably something I could have.
He only
all
shoots
I'm gonna
large.
Say, all I'm gonna say is that it is not normal. Whatever. I don't know at this point.
Did he just get shot?
Yes, I'm dead.
Oh.
He was targeted.
Well, BR, you're up.
Probably by Arthur Chen's crime malt.
Who was it? Do we have a name? I can check.
Hushker.
Okay, the house will come to order now. Okay.
Take your seat.
Okay, sorry.
Actually, if we're gonna go House of Cards on this, I do believe you're sitting in my chair. Order. The question is Bill 4, the Milton University Establishment Act. Mr. Simply BTZ.
Thank you, Mr. President. Even though this is technically the first reading of this bill, um, the colleague from Sterling Heights and I had a pretty good debate over it last night or the night before. I can't quite remember, but basically what this bill does is makes a university that will help teach new members and even old members pursuing new paths in the community, and I think it will be very beneficial to the community's activity and long-term success. So I think everyone should vote yes. Large, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Did I not do something?
No, you did everything just fine. Really? Nobody? The leader of the Senate.
Will there be a football team?
Ooh, good one, good one.
Simply BTZ.
So the bill does not define what kind of athletics the university has to have, but it does allow them to establish teams such as a football team. So that would be at the discretion of whoever runs the university.
Leader. We're gonna go to United first, actually.
Just a quick question. So on one of the programs that it could take, if it's still on there, I don't know if you edited it. One sec. I'm just gonna assume it's still there. You had that some of the classes are gonna be for criminals to learn about how to do crime. Can you expand on that and why you think it's a good idea?
Order. Can I say to Mr. United that I'm not going to expand on anything?
Sorry, the senator from wherever.
Palmer North.
Palmer North.
Palmer North.
That is, if any members still wish to adhere to conventions and rules, which they might not at this point, given what just happened. But I'll call simply.
I appreciate your question, the honorable.
I didn't ask a question.
I appreciate the honorable gentleman's question. I assume he's referring to Section 12, which is the State Onboarding Integration Program section. This actually isn't taught classes. This is just a directory of the possible paths new members can take in the community and kind of gives them a little bit of an overview of all the different opportunities the community has. It's not actually taught by the university. It's simply a directory of information of sorts that is accessible to everyone.
Mr. BR.
Thank you, Mr. President. Can you remind me of the constituency of Mr. Simply BTZ?
Palmer North.
Thank you. This is for the honorable gentleman of Palmer North. I'm a little concerned now if the bill has a criminal program. Now, maybe I just tuned out what you said. Now, I don't want criminals learning how to be criminals or whatever. And I also think criminals are better suited for a football team. So I think you should have a football team.
Can I say to the President Pro Tempore that I am not
go ahead.
Any football teams at all, Mr. Simply?
I thank the honorable gentleman from Oakland Park for his question. I'd like to reiterate that once again, the criminal association or whatever you guys are referring to only refers to the opportunity or the path that there is in the community for new members to take into the unfortunate hobby or path of crime. It's not actually a taught class through the university. And then on the second point, I would like to inform him that a football team can be established, but that would be at the discretion of the university and not mandated through the law or the bill.
Mr. BR. I'm sorry, Mr. BR.
Thank you to the honorable member of Palmer North. This question is for the honorable member of Palmer North. If there is a football team, would you be in support of George Cooper Sr. leading and being the head coach?
I've lost hope for the honorable gentleman from Oakland Park. Mr. Simply.
I thank you for your question. I thank the honorable gentleman for his question. However, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't think that it's our place to determine who the football coach is if they have a football team.
Not George
Leader
Cooper.
Of the Senate.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. To the member for Palmer North, it says that the university may employ or contract security personnel, and I'm wondering why it would be proper to allow the university to employ their own in-house security when they are not subject to the same restraints and restrictions as other security firms.
Simply BTZ.
I thank the honorable gentleman for his question. I think it's a good one. If the university were to employ its own security, I would assume they would be under the same restrictions as other security companies, having to get a permit to do that. However, if not, we could amend it to get rid of that. But my intent on adding that was in case of the absence of a competent security agency or security contractor rather being available for them to contract.
United GPT.
This is a question for the senator from Palmer North. Who determines when an emergency begins or ends, and what kind of emergency there is on the campus?
Simply BTZ.
I thank the honorable gentleman once again. I assume he's referring to section 12 or section 11 rather. Section 11A states that the president or its designee may take necessary and reasonable actions to protect life by issuing emergencies. So they're the ones who issue the emergencies.
United.
Follow-up question for the senator from Palmer North. How is there safeguards in place to make sure this isn't abused to detain just regular citizens?
Simply.
I believe. Let me look 1 second. Section 8I states that authority exercised by the security must be reasonable and consistent with applicable law and the Constitution. So any abuse would be subject to penalty. Additionally, the University Board of Regents is impeachable or not impeachable, removable by the Senate. That's outlined in Section 6 E. A removal would happen via a resolution passed by 3/4 of the Senate. This would allow the Senate to more easily remove the Board of Regents without having to have impeachment proceedings like normal civil office holders would be entitled to.
Leader of the House.
Mr. President, I hate to interrupt our bit again, but I once again move that Arthur Chen be held in an additional contempt of the Senate for placing police cars next to the chamber and activating their sirens, as captured on clip by the parliamentarian.
Is there a second?
I second.
Order. The question is, and forgive me. Oh, the secretary is still here. He's just up doing things. My bad. The question is that Mr. Arthur Chen should be held in contempt of the Senate a second time. The secretary should call the roll on the question. Or if he's not able to, just let me know and I will do it. Happy to do it. Seems he's not able to. That is fine. I will call the roll on the question. Mr. The leader of the Senate.
Aye.
Mr. Poseidon. Mr. BR.
Abstain.
Thank you. Mr. United.
Abstain.
Mr. Simply.
Aye.
Order. The ayes are 3, the nays are 0, the abstains are 0. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order. I hereby direct the Sergeant at Arms to hold Mr. Chen in contempt. Order. The question is Bill 4, the Milton University Establishment Act. Simply.
Thank you. I would also like to take this moment to address concerns I've heard from a few individuals regarding uh, the act and that the university has been implemented here and in other communities, and these universities have never been successful. I would just like to say to people with them kinds of concerns that uh, just because it was tried once under different parameters and a whole other plethora of different variables doesn't mean that it won't be successful or can't be successful this time. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't try it at least. If it does subsequently fail, which I don't believe it will serve no harm to the community. It can only do good for the community moving forward, and I feel if it is successful, it will bring a lot of activity and help new members integrate more effectively into the community.
Order. Is there further debate or United?
Just one last question for the senator from Palmer North. Why did you choose to go with no set term lengths, and the members can stay until they resign or are removed?
Hurts me very much. Simply BTZ. I give up.
I thank the honorable gentleman for his question, and I would like to just say that unless the people running the university are doing a bad job, I don't see any reason why they should be removed, and I feel like a change of power in the university leadership would only cause issues, especially considering that the people running it are probably most likely the ones developing most of the curriculum and all the other documentation and resources that goes along with running the university. I don't find it necessary to have term limits, and to compensate for that lifetime whatever office holding clause, I made it easier to remove people from the Senate by not requiring impeachment, rather a simple 3/4 majority resolution to remove people and vacate the spot to then be replaced by the governor or the Senate if the governor fails to do so within a reasonable time, which is outlined as 7 days in the bill.
If there's no further debate, I'll take points of order if there are any. I'm going to get one now, though, because I always do. If there are no further points of order, if there are no further matter, if there's no further debate, as the leader did not set a time limit for this debate, we come now to item number 2, Bill 5, the Reasonable and Prudent Driving Act, simply BTZ.
Thank you, Mr. President. I believe everyone should be in favor of this bill because speed limits are.
I apologize for interrupting the honorable gentleman. Two things. If he could refrain from standing on the table while he speaks, that would be great. Actually, only one thing. That's all I have. Simply BTZ.
Just one fold?
Well, if I could say to the leader of the House, it's many-fold, and he knows exactly what those many folds are. But it seems that members don't wish to remember the fact that when you say "you" on the chamber, you're talking to me. So please remember to address the chair when you're speaking. And if you don't know the person's constituency that you wish to speak with, that the honorable members wish to speak with, they can simply consult the order paper, as it is helpfully written on the second page. Simply BTZ.
Yeah. So the bill before us right now is one that will, in a sense, suspend speed limits indefinitely and define reckless driving a little more leniently to allow people to get around the map a little quicker while we await the new laws. Upon the inaugural laws passing, obviously that law will be reset, and I don't intend to reintroduce it, so I don't see any harm in having a little better form of or faster transportation while we await the new laws.
Leader of the Senate.
Sorry. Thank you, Mr. President. I thank the member for Palmer North for proposing the legislation currently under consideration here. I must, however, vehemently oppose such legislation. We cannot, in a time of such lawlessness, simply do away with the most basic, fundamental laws of our state. There must be limits on speed. Frankly, I'm getting rammed left and right anytime I'm driving in the state, and it's from hooligans, Mr. President, who, through no fault of their own, lose control of their vehicle simply on account of the faulty physics in this game and the high speeds. We cannot do away with speed limits. It is not proper, and also I think it's a bit of a meme idea, and I don't think that we should proceed with that because that'll give us a bad look.
Simply BTZ.
I thank the honorable gentleman for his concerns, and in normal circumstances I would agree with him. However, given the unique state of Ridgeway and the unique state of this group, I think it would be reasonable to have a brief period of no speed limits and a brief period of being able to get around the map faster while we await, like I said before, the new laws, which will subsequently reset this law, and it will not be going back into effect after.
Simply BTZ.
I would also like to address that in this bill, I have wrote in a few different exceptions to the no speeding, that being near pedestrians, near law enforcement officers, near emergency vehicles, and near utility or service vehicles to obviously safeguard our public service employees and pedestrians vulnerable to uh, collisions by vehicles. However, I don't believe that vehicles ramming into each other is that big of a deal. If people drive like uh, if people drive responsibly, I don't think that it will be too big of an issue. Like if they just stay in their lane and just don't run into each other, obviously, it's not that hard.
Anything further? Order. If there is nothing further on this topic, I will take points of order if there are any. Here, if there are no points of order, we come now to docket item number 3. Questions to the Secretary of State. Mr. Secretary, I can see you in the back of the chamber there. Come on up. Come on up. There you go. Order. Questions to the Secretary of State, the Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. No statement today? I thought you wanted statements.
That's not what the order paper says.
Okay, fine. Mr. Secretary of State, would you please provide a report on your department?
Secretary of State. None. Oh, he is on the stage. We can't see. I at least cannot see your chat, so hopefully you got your mic on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had push to talk on. All right, so the Department of State, we've been getting ignored by developer oversight for about like 3 years now. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to get anything done with the Palmer Plaza. And then at the moment, a lot of the Department of State staff are on LOA. I know myself, I'm recovering from real medical stuff, so the Department of State's been really slow, but I do want to share some progress we did make from the last time I came to the Senate. So we significantly decreased the amount of staff we have on our roster. So it's more consolidated and much more efficient. So the Commerce Office is now all-in-one: assistance, affairs, support, licensing, which we have seen it's sped up the licensing process. Furthermore, our Commerce Investigations team has been very active with, I think we've had 3 different reports so far. And then I also did want to come to the Senate. I did want to kind of give an update on Chimera. We had 2 reports on that security company, and the Department of State has come to the conclusion that no employed Chimera security agents have been committing the crimes that we've been seeing. It's all been people impersonating, so the Department of State has not taken any action against them. But other than that, we've been continuing to rebuild the department from the ground up.
Leader of the Senate. Simply B2Z.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just have one question. What is it that you're asking us to do about the lack of development support for the plaza that you mentioned, and how would you want us to carry out said action?
Secretary of State.
So I know that you guys can't do anything. I just wanted to share that we've been lacking the resources.
United. If you're talking, you're muted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a quick question. I am unfamiliar with the Department of State's internal reporting. So could you clarify who handles the reports and what kind of mechanisms are in place to handle those reports?
Secretary of State.
So we have two different offices to deal with reporting. We have Internal Affairs, which has 3 people in it, and we have Commerce Investigations, which they investigate any reports of businesses we get. So we have 2 separate teams, one for businesses that get reported and one for like our internal staff that get reported.
Simply.
If I could just ask, what is the Department of State's stance on the pending bill that would establish the Milton University?
Secretary of State.
This was the first time I've heard about the Milton University bill, but um, the Department of State would totally support it. As far as our contribution to it, I don't think at the moment we have the staff or manpower to assist with it, but we would totally be able to license Milton University and whatever and provide security companies to recommend you guys contract.
Leader of the Senate.
Seeing that there are no further questions, I move the Secretary of State be dismissed.
Objection. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. You're dismissed. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand adjourned until tomorrow, April 9th at 8 p.m.
Is there a second?
I object, Mr. President.
Hang on. Sit down, please. A second not being heard, the motion fails. Simply BTZ.
I move to hold Hushker in contempt of the Senate for his continuous killing of Senate members and his glitching through walls and his assassination of the president and his just repeated disruptive conduct towards the Senate. I believe it was intentional, and his intent was to disturb the Senate and possibly to rage bait the president, which I do not appreciate.
Is there a second?
Second.
Order. The question is that Mr. Hushker shall be held in contempt of the Senate. The Secretary will call the roll on the question.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Mr. Nance-Aliens.
Say your votes loudly so that they bypass your mics. Thank you.
Sorry.
Aye. Poseidon. BR, lots of numbers.
Sorry, can you restate the question?
The question is that Mr. Husker should be held in contempt of the Senate.
Aye.
Mr. United.
Aye.
Simply.
Aye.
Mr. President, the vote count would be 5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstains.
Order: the ayes are 5. The nays are 0. The abstains are 0. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The Sergeant at Arms is directed to hold Mr. Husker in contempt of the Senate. Leader of the Senate.
I move that the Senate stand adjourned until tomorrow, April 9th at 8 p.m.
Second.
Is there a second? Second is heard. Order: the question is that this House to now adjourn. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The Senate stands adjourned until April 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Order.
Wow, guys, great session.
Can the senators and staff meet in the conference room, please?
Hi, dipshit.
Do we want this recorded or broadcasted
No.
or no?
No.